Okay.
No one here. No one's gonna get that reference. That's an old reference.
Day 7 of the game jam.
You're just now getting started?
Yeah.
Casey, it's been 2 hours.
Look, I scheduled these for 6 p.m. I'm gonna stick to that schedule. I agree with you. I agree with you. I wish I didn't schedule them that late, but overtime at work has been inconsistent. Yeah,
That's what matters.
Okay.
Like, I thought you were starting like when you got in the call. Like that was what I was like worried about you for.
Oh no. Okay. I think first I should probably make sure everything's actually running. Okay, everything's running. Well, we can close those tabs. Okay, yeah, I did say we're working on the ship customization. So there's a couple ways I'm gonna do that. First off, we need a interface for the user to be able to do that, and I'm going to be cheap about it. I need to look at the models for our ships here. We're gonna take a top-down photo, and then we're going to use that for our widgets. Okay.
Yeah, I'm having such mana issues. Holy cow.
Okay.
Oh, there goes Aya.
If I screenshot this. Oh, this is gonna be tough. We'll do it like that. So we now have our screenshot for the small boat.
How small of a boat?
Small enough to be manned by a minimum of 2 people.
Nice. Pirate's boat.
Much.
A pirate's boat for me. Yar har fiddle-dee.
Oh man, doing the freaking... I forgot that when you do screenshots, you get a notification for
baby.
it. Notifications are so annoying.
Concrete, baby.
It's concrete, baby.
This boat.
That's a game I want to play, is Arknight's Infield.
I wish I could play it, genuinely.
Is it not?
I like you
Steam...
sucker for tower defense games, but
is it not?
It's just not.
Oh, Arknights.
No, it's just not good.
The original Arknights, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Enfield's a different game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Enfield's different. It's open world.
Open world hack and slash.
Yeah.
Zenless Zone Zero meets I want to say base builder. I don't know if that's what I want to say though. Did I take a screenshot of this, or did I? I did not. Okay, I'm glad I checked before I just assumed I did.
Also Uma Musume.
Also Uma Musume. Okay, we need to open up Krita now.
And you lost me.
Horse racing.
No, yeah. I just meant for the...
Yeah.
I was like, I'm pretty sure Zach's well aware what Uma Musume is.
I watch enough people who played horse game.
Darn it, John. We lost an audience member for our potential future streams.
Hey.
That's for horses.
Yep.
I'll be completely honest with you, Casey. If I'm watching your stream, it's because I'm watching you, not because I care about what you're doing. Because, I don't watch streams. It's really unfortunate.
There's a joke.
I do try to watch your guys' stream a little bit. Just to support you guys.
Appreciate it.
There's a joke, and it's like, tell him what you told me. He's like, yeah, I watch live streamers. Oh, you like watch the clips and stuff? No, I like watch them live.
God, that's it's ah.
Zach, can you look at? Oh no, you can't.
Look
I
at
was
what?
gonna ask you. Look at the stream. Because I was gonna show you the Utsuho design in this game. I think it's really cute.
I would have to get out of the Discord call. If you could stream it on Discord, I'd love to look.
Yeah.
Set that down.
Let me know what you're watching.
Oh, very cute.
Yeah.
They're all really cute.
Go with me for just wrong buttons. For some reason, the Discord overlay was operating on Krita.
There's your local gnome.
with a treasure from your garden in her hand.
Yep.
Wait, go back one.
This one?
No, the red one in your party.
This one.
This one. This one's new. Acacia
She's
lapis
actually-
lazuli.
Hecatea. Lapis lazuli.
Oh my god.
She's from hell. Literally.
Goddess of hell.
Goddess of hell.
I keep forgetting the controls in Krita versus Blender, and I get them confused, and it just causes pain.
That's fascinating. She looks really cool, actually.
And then there's Chin, Junko, Dorime.
Dorime
Gotta look
is new. Santa hat.
That's a nightcap.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said Santa hat.
That's the same thing.
And then Alice, Chen, and all the people in my party. And then these are people I got a free.
Fascinating. Good art. Yo, Moku.
Oh, yep, Mogu. Where is she? There she is.
Hands in the pocket.
Existentialism. I do have existentialism on the stream.
Very good. Very important.
It is very important. People should know.
Get away with 225% and then 225%. Ooh.
Alright, who am I going to fight? Am I actually going to fight her right now?
My colors are set correctly.
No, it's not.
Rabbit and Steel hoodies, dude.
Ooh,
I'd wear one.
I like that premise.
They're official.
I am going
Oh,
to
that
fight
reminds
her.
me. The Crosscode t-shirts are only on sale for another 6 more days. Crap, dude. How am I going to get $30 in the next 6 days?
You could sell your car. Just kidding, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I could sell the place that I live. Cosmetic trinkets, dude. That's
90 degrees.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna lose this fight because I have no idea how the hell I'm supposed to fight her.
With sheer
just
willpower.
I need this, like, I just need to go through and grind and just upgrade all my equipment
Shoot, that's too big, isn't it?
because my stats are just too low.
Ah, it's
Grinding time.
245%, maybe? Okay, yeah. Wow, that screenshot is really cutting it tight.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Okay. I'm gonna lose this fight, and I'm gonna go grab my food.
What kind of food you got prepared?
Chinese.
Chinese?
Leftover Chinese.
Oh, leftover Chinese. Can you do me a favor?
No.
Okay, you did it. Thank you. I have a BGM running in the background, and in my ears, it's pretty loud, but you're still louder than it somehow, so that's interesting. At least according to BS. Okay, we're almost done with the boat UI, so we can start working on the actual mechanics of ship customization in a moment here. Oh my god, it took me 7 days to get to this part of the project, even though that's like the whole pitch. Cruiser. Okay, we can close Krita. We can get back into Unreal and start working on this UI here. So let's create a new folder for this and just call it 2D. We'll give it a unique color. Let's give it the color yellow, because UI is pain. If I go to my folder,
Color blurple.
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 Oh, some days I wish I wore my glasses at my computer. Okay, now we can just save all of that, and we can start working on UI. Okay. This is gonna be extremely painful. I gotta really think through how we're gonna do this. Okay, let's start small. We'll call this... Let's just make a separate screen for each one, because we're gonna need to eyeball the coordinates, and that's gonna be hell. P2 Cruiser customization. Not Cruiser, what? PT boat. Okay, we're gonna need an image. We're going to make this 1920 by 1080. We're gonna center it. Am I blind? Where's the option to set the image? Oh, right. There it is. There we go. Okay. How do I want to do this? We definitely don't want... Actually, let's look at the model while we do this, because I don't want to make guesses based on my current memory skills. Okay. I think the only place we don't want guns on is going to be this tower here, so we need to make sure that's barred. So let's get a button, and we'll just temporarily have that button in position for us, so we know that's the one place we don't want customization. So 250 down here, and then we'll just eyeball it from here. Okay. So God, I'm not ready for this. Welcome back. We don't want this button to be... Okay, So first of all, we're gonna need a widget that shows our available arsenal. So maybe having that at the top should be our first starting branch. So let's type in a vertical. And then in that vertical box, we'll start with a, excuse me. We'll start with a horizontal box. God, I hope I'm thinking this through correctly. Vertical box to a horizontal box. The horizontal box will feature... I did this backwards. I'm pretty sure I did this backwards. We want to start with the horizontal box because we want to have multiple rows of the weapon and the weapon name. So we'll start with text. Actually, we need the vertical box. I literally just said that. And we're gonna need screenshots of the turrets now. I might need to do it from the blueprints. Weapons. We got our single turret here. We do that. Okay. How do I want to do this?
Pretty sure the spot I want to grind is on the second floor.
I'm gonna try and turn down the
Yes, here
music.
we go. Right here.
Okay.
Nom nom mixed nuts.
Hide grid.
That's so unfortunate.
But
Casey, you remember the gun I was telling you about, Quick Step from Div 2?
Yeah.
It's only available during the Halloween event.
Oh, seriously?
At least it was only available during the Halloween event for last year.
For last year. Ouch.
We'll see if it's still going to be there next year, because it doesn't say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's this one. This looks right. But I haven't seen a cat.
Active only when pistol is unholstered. Fantastic. Still cool.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Let's take a screenshot of this. God, I hate that Windows sound when you take a screenshot and it notifies you about it. It's like, I know I took the screenshot. Don't tell me.
Oh, don't stop yelling at me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was right here.
Let's show grid. I just realized that angle I took is not gonna work. I'm gonna have to retake that single barrel cannon screenshot. That makes me immensely annoyed with myself. Screenshot this. Go back to the single barrel turret. Hide the grid. Then finally, we need the torpedo.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have had her. Brinko's a good frontliner.
I'm kind of partially hoping that I just somehow have time to add more weapons, because the more I realize I only have 3 weapons in the game and one of them doesn't really make sense for ship customization, the more I'm just kind of annoyed.
Oh, Casey.
I'm just a very impatient man when it comes to myself, among other things.
He said among. Huh!
Among Us?
He's sus.
I saw him venting.
Casey was venting.
That needs to be bigger. I'm pretty sure that needs to be bigger. No, this canvas is too big. I don't need a 1920 by 1080p canvas. This is a icon. Let's go 720 by 720. That might still be too big, but
Go touch butts.
just slide that in frame. You know what? I like that, actually. It's kind of nice.
I'll talk to you guys later. I'm gonna go.
All right, have a good night.
Bye, Zach.
Have fun. Good luck on your stream.
Thank you.
Casey, I hope you can finish. I believe in you. Don't work yourself to death.
I will do my best not to.
Ooh, I got determination polycrystal. 10 more of those, I can do a gotcha roll.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. I lost the Aya. That's okay.
Genji. Single barrel cannon. One more.
Una momento.
That's one moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't one more uno mas?
Yep.
Fascinating.
When I know more Spanish than Japanese. Tier.
Just remember the Hatsune Miku song, Rolling Girl, you know, Mo Ikai. Mo Ikai means one more.
Oh. I don't think I've listened to that.
It's a fun song. I found it through a really depressing Kamen Rider video, though, so, you know. Discoverability. Okay, let's get these turret icons in here. There we go. Save everything. Okay, so now we need another image. And we'll throw it underneath that text like that. That will be our icon for the single barrel can. If I can spell single right. And then we can just shrink this down to... Do we shrink the image size? I don't think that's how that works. Oh, okay, we can. We can do that. Maybe 240 by 240. Yeah, that looks a little more manageable. Single barrel cannon. Oh god. No! Why?
Why not?
It just stretched the image for no reason. Can I crop this in engine? Can I just do that? Probably not, evidently. I need to shrink this further. How about 140 by 250? Oh god, no! Okay, that's a little more manageable. Just center that text. Add our formatting. Let's resize this back to normal proportions. Or not. You know, if we can just... It's fine. No, it's not.
Oh, I'm crafting. Whoops.
It might be better to make this a separate widget and just... Is there a way to add an image to the scene from the blueprint? Nope. Okay. We need to kind of try to lock in a little bit. Here's what we'll do. Go to our player blueprint. Surely we can find local coordinates through here if I just add an empty scene component, right? Okay. If I do input left mouse, nope. Left mouse. What is your problem?
I'm a right mouse.
Okay, it doesn't let me do input action events in the widget. There's a way to do this. I literally had an idea on how to do this, and now I'm freaking stun locked. We need to be able to click this as a button and then do a second click on the map of the ship to set a local transform for where this boat needs to go. I think that's going to actually require me looking at... Here we go. So we need it to cast that information to the transforms array depending on the weapon type that we have clicked. So I think what we can maybe do is, can the image be used as an on-click event? No, it needs to be a button. Okay, let's get a button then. Set it in between. Can we set the image on it? Yes, we can. And now the button is as big as the image. So if we were to go to the main menu level and not menu mode, menu character, and switch this to pt_boat customization, this clicks. That's good. Okay, now that we know that that clicks, let's add an on-click event and make sure the image is not going to block our click abilities. Single cannon. So unclicked. Let's add a variable. We'll call it cannon option. Integer. Shoot. I shouldn't have ideas right this second, but wouldn't it be really cool if... Okay. Wouldn't it be cool if every time you kill an enemy, there's a chance that they drop a weapon and you have a quantity of weapons that you pull from that you can use for customization, so that way you don't start with 100 guns on level 1. I hate myself. Let's drop weapons. limit
Have fun.
available.
You can have fun doing that.
Limit available weapons at ship customization. I hate myself. I don't. This is scope creep. This is scope creep, the stream. Okay. Let's just get started on this. So we need a way to display how many of these cannons the player has available to them. So we can actually just copy paste the text, change the name of that text to be cannon counts. We'll replace it with a number. Let's pretend it's 5, just so we get an idea of how big that's going to look. Cool. Now that we know how big that's going to look, we can bind this text to a function. Get cannon counts. We're going to need to create an additional variable and call it single barrel cannon count. And then do we have an enumeration for the available cannons? We do not. We should do that real quick. Enumeration.
So many equipment that I got another achievement bonus.
Nice. Single. Actually, let's make it none first, so that way if the player's not holding any cannons, they're not adding anything. Single barrel cannons. Triple barrel cannons. And then finally, torpedoes. Save that. Now that we have an enumeration, get single barrel cannons count. Do that. Actually, let's make this look a little bit nicer than what I released on Cafe des Armes. What we can do here is actually something I learned while working on another thing. We can get an append string node here, then plug it up to the text, and then we can go count and then add the number here. So that way we know what that number is for. It's not an initial mystery. And then we can sample that. There we go. Cool. Now we just have to do the same thing 2 more times. So we can duplicate this. Change this to triple. I spelled triple wrong. Triple barrel cannons. Create another binding event. Get triple counts. And then we can literally just copy most of this over here, like so. And the only change is going to be making a new variable called triple barrel cannon counts and plugging that right in. And then we just need to replace this image with the triple barrel cannon count, or cannon count, cannons. What image did we? 140 by 240, so 140 by 240. There we go. Now those buttons are about the same size, even if the triple barrel cannons now look kinda stretched out for no reason. Let me drink some water. Oh my god. I forgot to set my playlist to loop.
Whoops.
Probably should have done that. Okay. So cannon option, we want to set that to be 1 when we click the single barrel cannons, and 2 when we click on the triple barrel cannons. And we'll also rename the button so we don't get confused later. Cool. We need to do this one last time for the torpedoes. Oh, God. Why are you like this?
Because I am.
Anchor this to the top left. What can I do to make this work better? Can I add some padding on the right, maybe? Nope. Close enough. Oh, you can't be serious. Oh, because I'm padding the image and not the button. Okay. There we go. That actually looks a lot better. It doesn't look exactly even, but I'm gonna try and not lose sleep over it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and not lose sleep over it. Torpedo. 140 by 245? 240. Oh boy, that's how we're gonna do this, huh? Okay. That's extremely unfortunate. Well, I guess it's just gonna have to look that way, isn't it?
Ooh. Oh, so you can get lockbox keys. Cool.
Okay, we're just gonna leave that. It's fine. It's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt me, and it can't hurt me. Okay, let's get that torpedo button.
It can't hurt me.
Asymmetry in your widgets aren't real. They can't hurt you. The asymmetry in my widgets. Okay, so now these buttons will set what cannon option is available. Is there an on click event I can use? It might have to be done in the main menu character. How would I do that though? How about just left mouse button. And then we'll do a Is there like a way I can do a branch on, is it a button that's being clicked? That's something I can do. Platform, pointer event. No. There's a way to do this. I'm just not seeing it yet. Box image.
Ooh. Do I not have Pachi? Oh, yeah, Pachi's not equipped with anything.
Visible is enabled.
Cloak of the Bat.
Volatile, clipping, navigation, localization. On mouse button down. Create binding. Oh, this could be something. Okay, mouse event? No. Get screen space position. Okay. Print string. This could be something. Be huge. No, why? Event reply structure. Okay, what if it doesn't plug into any of this? What does it plug into? All function on mouse button down 0. Abilities, array, for loop. It can call a for loop? Can I just not do this?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, you can't be serious. Mouse position. No. No. Shoot. Okay, that's what I did wrong. I accidentally deleted the wrong thing. So if we do this now, get rid of this. Now what are you saying? UMG on mouse button down on widget this unknown error. If I just copy paste this, will it change anything? Oh shoot, not compatible with string. Ooh.
Nice. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so this is clearly something I don't know enough about to do right. So we're just gonna try something else. Oh my god.
Do I want to try to keep going? Let's see. Barissa. Let's see how well this lineup does.
Maybe this? Get...
I also probably need to equip cheer now.
Dang.
What's cheer no good at? All rounder? Okay, so Momoji Hime.
Get mouse position on viewport. Break vector 2D. Cast to... Hold on. Cast to PT boat. Let's do this for a second, just so I can see if this idea is dumb or not. I think it is, but I want to make sure. We'll just make a custom event real quick. Custom event. Toss. And we will accept inputs in the form of X float and Y float. Get get those floats set up. And then we're going to print string. Get an append string. Nope. Append string. Add 2 pins. X is that. Y is that. File and save. Oh, right, I gotta call that event. Pulse. Okay, so the next issue is that this is not going to translate very nicely to local positions on the actual boats. Which is kind of the whole point. Okay, let's try something extremely silly, okay? We're gonna go ahead with this idea and just set these as the coordinates for the boats. And we'll see, well, we know that's not gonna work because 0, 0 for the boats is here on the crossroads. And that's not 0, 0. So, unless there's a way to get the center of an image, Get render transform? No. No. What am I doing? Do I maybe just need to put like an overlay of my own coordinates on top of this just to make it make sense? Am I crazy? We can see the x coordinates on here. But does it make sense? That's what I'm... Ah!
Oh my god. Yeah, Leaf Dungeon.
So right here,
wild.
right here is 0, 1, 5, 5, 5, 0. I wonder if we set up what 0 is and translate that. Hold on, I might be onto something. I might also be insane, but I'm sure it's fine. Yes, I am insane because if I use the raw X and Y coordinates from the mouse position on the screen to dictate where 0 is on the map, it's only going to work for one resolution, which would be, in my case, 1920 by 1080p. And it needs to work for all resolutions because I allowed the user to customize what resolution the game runs at. Ah. Try something. Just dive into here, add a raw image file in here. Set it to be centered 1920 by 1080. And instead of fill screen, desired on screen. And set the image to be the PT boat. What is that? Is it TP boat? Yes, it is. Because I'm consistent in my spelling, and always will be. Okay. I could do the really dumb thing and just add buttons everywhere.
Buttons. Touch buttons.
I don't want to do that though, because that takes a lot of setup then. There's got to be a better way that I'm just not thinking about because I'm not experienced enough in Unreal Engine 4's widget system. Maybe if we check all these panels, we can find something. It's overlay. Allows widgets to be stacked on top of each other. Uses simple flow layout for content on each layer. Not really what we need. Uniform grid panel. A panel that evenly divides up available space between all of its children. Ooh. How do you work? Primitive. Spacer, throbber, special effects, black rumbler, synth, and advanced. A widget for selecting a single key or a single key with a modifier. It's not sound like what we need. Okay, so let's throw a button on this uniform grid panel. What does it do? It does that. Okay, throw another button. What does it do? Did it just put the buttons on top of each other? Okay, let's just call this grid button. And if we try to move this grid button, it doesn't let us. Okay. So if we maybe shrink this down to fit the boat size, what does that do? Let's say we do it like this. Shrink it down like this. The buttons are on top of each other, so I'm kind of curious as to why it says it aligns it uniformly. Slot padding. Here we go. That might be what we're looking for. Turns out that is not what we're looking for. Left to right? Uniform grid panel. Okay, that's not doing anything. Okay, this is not helping us. This is actually just eating up our time, and it's annoying. Okay, I'm going to use the internet as a resource. We're gonna find out if people have figured this out. Click. I should probably specify Unreal Engine. Widget mouse coordinates. I don't know if that's what I'm trying to find. Yeah, I am not being detailed enough in what I'm looking for, apparently. Okay. If I get the mouse coordinates, can I normalize it to the resolution? Canvas, material, scale, and position. Target is rendered to texture function library. I don't know if that's what I need. I don't know. We might need to do this in the menu character. That might be why I'm getting confused. Set canvas, scale, material, and position. No, that's not what I need. Still not what I need. Okay, instead of using a 2D image, right? What if... I don't even know if this is possible, but can we just bring in objects into a widget? Or hold on. I might have something. Instead of using a 2D image, just put the widget on top, right? So get rid of this image. We don't need it. Where do we reference that image? Nowhere. We don't need it. Okay. Get rid of this graph. Well, don't get rid of it. We need it, but hold on to that for a second. Okay. What we need to do is create a boat actor that's not the player. And I think we can do that with just the regular boat actor, but I could be wrong. So if we do this, for example, right? Play the menu level as is. Okay. I think this is on because the player boat by default on event begin play generates the widget, right? Yes. Okay. So we don't want to do that. What we want to do is duplicate this and set it as boat customization actor. Okay. And here we get rid of everything, except maybe load player arsenal and set player boat. That we keep the same. We don't need input action pause because we're going to be in a menu. We can just set that up ourselves. Change this to be BT boat customization, and we'll need to rename that because we don't need to worry about that anymore. Load save, that can all stay the same. Yes, okay. Okay. We should make sure we don't have any controls that don't need to be here. Like, we don't need movement input. We don't need the shoot ability. We don't need gamepad input. We don't need mouse input. We don't need zoom. We don't need weapon switching. And we don't need start wave. Right. That's still the wrong actor. Cool. Now what we need to do... I gotta think for just a second. Make sure I'm doing this correctly. Let's... Here. First of all... I think I want to do this in a new document, actually, just to kind of explain my thought process. Go to text document. So right now, our flow is from main menu. You press the start game button. And then you choose, you know, new or load. And then from there, I don't know, this. The game just starts, right? What we want to do is add a step in between these three menus and do ship customization. And step 1 will be pick your ship. Step 2 will be pick your guns. And then start game. No, I don't want to save this. This is the flow we need to target. So I actually need to make a general ship customization menu with these three aspects in them. With that done, we can get going. Oh, hey, Ewan. Sorry, I had the chat down for a second. I feel like you are both over and underthinking this. I... Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. But I might be onto something, so bear with me while I track down where this train of thought is likely going. Where's the camera on here? Way over there. Oh, you know what? It's way over there because of the... Yeah. Okay. So in theory, if we... How's it going? Otherwise, like, okay, it's a mixed bag if I'm being honest, because yesterday we put together a bunch of our menus and whatnot, because boat movement has been nailed, shooting mechanics have been nailed, the save load system has been nailed, and that's it. We don't have actual combat yet. The AI is not figured out yet. The boat customization, which is something that was like the whole reason to do this project, is not done yet. I'm working on that right now, but hopefully, with this idea, I'm going to attempt to follow through on. We can get somewhere. So, boat customization actor. I just want to possess that to see. Oh, I didn't change anything about what I was about to do. I need to set this to 90 degrees. And I cannot. Why? Maybe it does work and I'm just not realizing it. Nope, it's... Okay. Set this back to normal. Maybe the follow camera needs to change? Or is it because it's attached to the mesh? That might be why. I need to separate the camera boon. Maybe. Probably not. We can try it. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, what if we just turn the follow camera 90 degrees? Just to test. I mean, that's not nothing. If we just throw this up like that, what does that do? Okay. If we do this, what does that do? Okay, and then if I were to say, I need to open up the save to do this. Boat choice. Let's set that to 2 and see what that does to our camera. Yes. The floor here is made out of floor.
I'm glad you noticed that the floor was made out of floor.
The follow camera is currently here. There is a way to preview what the camera sees. That's not what I wanted at all. No. Maybe it's one of my window options. Let's in browser, developer tools, developer tools. No. Okay, that's fine. We will just eyeball this. Okay, I see what's going on. The camera position is actually resetting based on the camera boom, and that's not what I want at all. Okay. Do collision test, use control spawn. That's my issue, I think. Yep, that was the issue the whole time. So now, okay, that's progress. We need to adjust the arm length though. I believe the camera arm length is controlled somewhere around here. Boat choice, pick boat. Okay, so the pick boat function is over here. And the camera arm length is dictated by the choice of boat. So you saw with the cruiser, the camera's really far away. But if we switch it over to, say, the TP boat, you can see the camera's a little bit closer. That's what we need to fix next. Let's start with the PT camera. The camera needs to be a lot closer so the player can actually click on where they want to place their turrets in relation to the boat size itself. So let's lower that to 200 just as a test. Ooh. Ah. Damn. I mean, it's definitely better. So let's try 300. Okay, this works. The player will be able to click anywhere on the boat that they want to place the stuff. The next thing we want to do is rotate the camera about 90 degrees. That way they get a long form view of the boat, just like that. Which means we can bring the camera in closer. So maybe let's start with like 250. Okay, that's kind of getting closer. Let's do this. Right now the cannons are spawning in when we're testing this stuff, and I need them to not for just a moment until I can get my bearings on this stuff. We can also get rid of this because we're actually spawning in a boat every time. Directional light. I'd like it to just face straight down. So if I do 0, 0, 0, 90, 180. Okay, negative 90. What does that look like? Okay, that's good. Okay, so we need to get rid of... We don't need this button. And we need to adjust this menu. One thing at a time, though. So that's how close the camera will be when we're doing ship customization for the TP boat. So now we need to change this to the battleship. We can see that's pretty far away. So we just need to go back in here. Battleship's at 2,000. Let's drop that down to 1,000. See what that feels like. Please don't crash. Thank you. Okay, that's still pretty far.
Yeah, I want to crash. You can't stop me.
You're right.
There I go.
I can't stop you. Okay. The cruiser one is probably going to be the hardest one now. Yeah, that's really far away. Let's drop it down to 1K. How about 900? Okay, that'll work. Here's the next challenge. What I want to be able to do is when you click these buttons, right now it sets an invisible value, and the value is the cannon that you picked up. And I want it to be where when you click, it'll get your mouse position in relation to the world and place the cannon there. And when you exit ship customization, it'll get the location. Pause, rewind, play. It'll get the transform for all the cannons that you placed and save that into an array. So that way, when you load into the mission, it loads with all the guns placed where you put them. Luckily, I learned how to do that via a project at work. So while that is still going to be a challenge of some sort, it's not going to be nearly as difficult as I would be afraid of. So first of all, we need to set up our input action. So input action, not input action, left mouse button. Cool. Then we just need to get mouse position on viewport. We need to deproject screen to world. world direction times float. We'll put it at I don't know, 2,500. That's 25,000. 2,500. World position, world direction, and we want to make transform. It'll be vector plus vector. And we plug it in there. So what's going to happen here is when we click our left mouse button, the game is going to ask, where on the screen are you when you clicked that mouse button? And then it's going to take that information and try to find its location in the world based on that information. So first it's going to send a line trace out, 2,500 units. And then it's going to get your mouse position from the screen to wherever this line trace ends, add that together to come up with where in the world you clicked. And then once that's done, we will save this transform to an array, which we need to create. Let's create a single barrel transforms array. Make that a transform, make that an array. And then we need to duplicate this 2 more times. Once so we can get the triple barrel transforms array. And 1 more time so we can get the torpedoes transforms array. Cool. So once you click once, it's going to, first off, switch on, I forgot what I named the enum. Boat choice? Nope. I need to look it up again. I have it right here. Available cannons. Cannons. Yeah, they're weapons. Switch on available cannons. Get the select node for that one. So what we're going to need to do to make this work is we don't need this widget anymore. We can get rid of it. Boat. Goodbye. We don't need you. So when we do this, we're going to set our options like that, and we're going to cast to boat customization actor and get player character. Cannon choice, which is going to be an integer. I'm gonna throw that right there. Excuse you. Oh, it's an array. I need it to be just an integer. That's a lot of errors. Unreal. Stop it. That hurts my eyes. There we go. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, because if it's 0, nothing happens. And so we'll keep it that way. If the player clicks their mouse button and it's option 0, nothing will happen. But if the option is correct, we will spawn actor from class, set the transform like that, single barrel cannon, and then from there, set array, make array, and we're going to add like that. I think this should automatically add more to it every time a new one is added, but we will find out soon enough. I probably should add something to make sure that the, you know, the player can't spawn things on outside of the bounds of the boat, but we'll find a way to do that in a moment. Actually, we can do that right now, probably, maybe. Maybe if I... Here. Drag this over here. Move all this back. What we're going to do is, it's already doing a line trace. We might as well make a line trace that we can actually pull data from. So we'll do a line trace by channel, with the starting position being from the mouse position and the ending position being from the raycast. Get a branch going. No, we don't want a branch. Or we don't want to use a branch to see if it hit literally anything. We want a branch for it to see if it hit something specific. Then we'll just clean up these lines a little bit. So we want to break the hit result. And we just want to see getting messy really fast. Just want to see if the hit actor is equal to self. If true, then we'll place the cannons. And if false, it will do nothing. And just to test that this is working, we'll add a print string here. And then we don't need to add a print string on if it's true, because if we choose the single barrel cannons and we can spawn it, it will spawn. Let's test it. There's an error in the menu character. Okay, where is it? Oh, this doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. And it does not appear to be working. Oh, it says hello, so it's failing. Okay, why are you failing? Oh, because I didn't actually set it in the character, right? Set cannon choice? Yes. Okay, now we can actually test this. I'm seeing error messages up here. That's not good. Is it because the raycast is not long enough? We can check that. Hold on. Just go over here and do for duration. Yeah, I think the raycast is not long enough. What if we do by 25,000, like I accidentally did earlier? Still not hitting anything. Maybe instead of, hey, hit this actor, what if we do, hey, hit this mesh? Nope, that's still not working. Can we just do, did you hit an actor? No. Oh, you know what we can do, maybe? Maybe. Equal get player character. Are we hitting the canvas? Is that what's going on? Are we hitting the canvas? Is the canvas hit testable? Not hit testable. Why is this not working then? Okay, let's try a different approach. What if, instead of a line trace by channel, we do a capsule trace by channel? And we'll set the radius to 50. Can you have it print the name of what it hit? Yeah, we actually can do that. Hold on. Here, hit actor, do that. Make sure we make this visible. It's hitting cube. That's concerning because cube is the world. So it's not even hitting our player. And also the raycast is not visible for some reason. Interesting. Is it because this cast is too big? I don't think so. Yeah, no, it's just hitting cube.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Interesting.
I'm ending my stream.
Big think time. Why would it be ignoring the
Back up
player?
to 39.
Nice. Let's try changing our boat choice. I don't think that should affect what we're seeing here, but it could at least inform more. Oh wait, is the skeletal mesh set to no collisions? Am I that dumb? No, it's got... Okay, so these two right here control whether or not our model can be hit by raycasts. And you can see it's blocking them. So it should be accepting those casts, and it's just not. We could try overlap just to see if maybe block is too firm, which would be weird, but... Yep, just cube. Okay. We got some weird stuff going on here. Okay, just to test if, at the very least, this is working, I'm gonna just say, are you hitting anything? And if you're hitting anything, spawn the cannons. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, so it spawned the cannon. The scale is a little whack, but that's okay. At least we know that's working. I think the cannons are actually supposed to be scaled at... What do I have them in the boat save? I currently have them set as 1. 1 might be too big for the TP boats. It actually might be too big in general, if I'm being honest, but... Let's shrink it down.
Well, you have a good night. I'm gonna hop off.
Okay, have a good night.
Good night.
Oh. Wait. No. I was thinking maybe the world position is off, because if we go back here, the world position was clearly not where we clicked. But I don't know if that's because it's trying to avoid collision or if it's because of something else. So what I'm going to try is dragging this out. Do a make transform up here. And then making that the transform, just to see what that does. Just for testing. Okay, Now for further testing, print me the transform you're using, please. 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So let's get that line trace back then. Should start there and end here. And now it's not working. Oh boy. Just because I changed it from capsule trace to line trace should not have stopped this from working. Let's plug this back in. What am I missing? Suddenly everything is just not working. Okay, let's just start from scratch, because this is easy to put together. Okay, left mouse button down. We want to deproject. Okay, suddenly that's not working. Oh, mouse position on viewport. There we go. Is that the only way to do that? Yes, it is. Deproject screen to world. And then just to make sure this is working, we're going to print string. Print string. Tell me the coordinates that this is projecting to. It is consistently projecting to 0, so something's not going right there. Get player controller. Let's see if that changes things. Oh my god, that was the issue the whole time. Ah! I want to scream. Okay, at least we know what caused it now. So, for those who may not be familiar with Unreal Engine, because I didn't plug in a player into this node, there was technically no player for the mouse to be pulled from. So it just assumed that there was 0 coordinate inputs. I am so sorry I wasted 30 minutes of your time. Okay, let's just hook this all back up. Luckily, you know, raycasts are something I'm actually pretty familiar with, so we can get this all put back together. We should probably do the make transform first. Make transform. We'll shrink the scale down to 0.25 and just see what that looks like for the turrets. I'm sure it's gonna look tiny on the big ships and gigantic on the little ship or something silly like that, but at least it's something we can work with. So based on that, we can get back over here. Oh right, we wanted to do a line trace to make sure we were aiming at the ship. So line trace by channel. So that's what a failed perception check looks like in coding. Yes, Awen, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks exactly like this. Just, what am I doing wrong? And it's right in front of you. It's okay, because even in RPGs, like tabletop RPGs, my perception rolls are never that good. Okay, let's break that hit result. and try again with my original plan of, is the hit actor the player character? Sorry, equal to get player character. Then we just get the branch. Drag that up here. Spawn actor from class. We want the single barrel turret. Then we can probably just drag this stuff up high. Plug it straight. And let's just test if that works real quick. Okay, that's concerning. Are you failing again? Is that what's going on? I don't know enough of Unreal to help, but I am slightly a comic relief. Hey man, I appreciate anyone who can even bounce the dumbest ideas off of me. Okay, I think our raycast might be too short, but let's check. Raycast is at 2,500 units, and this should only be a couple hundred units above. Yeah, it's just failing again. I'm also not seeing the raycast hit though, so that's what's really confusing me right now. Let's break this. What? Oh my god, why? Is it because I'm not... Why is it so off? It's also not showing me hitting the boat, so I'm assuming that yeah, they're going underneath the boat. Why are they going underneath the boat? Oh, because I did overlap, didn't I? 1-2 block. No, that's still going underneath. Why are you doing this? Okay, let's assume we avoid the branch, right? Let's put it on the boat. What do you do? What is going on here? This is wild. It looks like it's getting closer under the boat and quite a bit south of the cursor. Yeah. It also seems like the more to the right of the screen I go, the further from the cursor it gets. Interesting. Is it maybe because I don't actually need to add this stuff? That can't be right though, right? It's not that simple, is it? Okay, now we got a new problem. We see the ray, but where it's hitting is still off. Okay. Why would the world position be so far off? That's my question. Oh boy, the turret is in the camera now. And also... Oh wow, this is so weird. Hold on. Let's just squeeze out the minimum here. Try again. I mean, on the bright side, the turret is trying to aim where we're aiming for some reason. Are you colliding with the camera? Not a bad proposition. We can check that. Does the camera have collision? Okay, so the literal camera does not, but the camera boom probably does. Do that. It looks like that turret was being spawned inside the camera. Yeah, it certainly looked like it. Okay, this is getting weird. Here, hold on. If I click the turret and aim way over here. Okay, at least the turret is spawning where I'm aiming. I just don't think that it's what I need right now. Let's shrink it down really small. Just see what that looks like. Why does it look like that? Okay, let's try a different approach, right? We're gonna angle the camera away. Can you look at where it's spawned in the editor? Probably. We could also just add a print string right here. Or not here, but at the end of the line. You know, I actually have to hook it up, but you know, there we go. I need that print string to last longer. I didn't even get a chance to read that. 10 seconds should be good. It seems to be spawning. I mean, it seems to be spawning at the right heights. Just not understanding why the turrets look like that, though. Like, it looks like the camera's clipping into it, right? Here, let's... get this back here. But also do this. Oh god. Why is it doing that? Just trying to get it to maybe like this. Okay, it's definitely spawning on the camera. I think that is confirmed. But the weird thing is that those coordinates... Oh, the x-coordinate is actually pretty much staying the same. Camera collision. Do collision test is off. Is it maybe hitting this capsule component? Is that maybe what's going on?
Hello.
Oh, hello there. How are you doing?
I slept through my alarm, and I feel terrible about it.
That's rough.
I don't do that. I have no idea what happened.
That is pretty wild. You do normally wake up to your stuff, so... Did you change the alarm recently?
No.
No?
No. And I'm not even fully convinced it went off. Because it's happened in the past where it just, didn't. It just stopped working for a while until I restarted my phone. So I'm going to restart my phone just in case that this happened.
So we're trying to implement the boat customization right now. And after almost an hour of doing dumb stuff to waste everyone's time, because I knew what I was doing until I hit start streaming. We're running into an issue now where we're able to shoot an invisible laser to say, get the coordinates of where the mouse is pointing at the boat. It does spawn a turret, but it's not spawning the turret exactly where the laser is going. It's spawning the turret in the camera where the laser is pointing. And we're not entirely sure why. Because according to the information lasers I'm using, it doesn't recognize that it's hitting the boat, but it does recognize it's hitting the world, and yet it still spawns the turrets in the camera. Wait, hold on. I think I failed another perception check, A1, because I plugged in the mouse's world position as the make transform instead of the multiplier. I don't know if this is going to fix it, but if it does... Okay, well, it's not spawning in the camera now, but it's also not spawning where I'm pointing. Unless maybe the turret is too small now? Nope, we're just not seeing it now. Okay, what's going on this time? Okay. New plan. Here's my pet theory. Here's my pet theory. So, obviously, the information lasers start where the mouse is on the screen. And they head in a direction 2,500 units ahead of where the mouse is in the world. I think setting the transform destination to that makes it to where the laser would hit if it was 2,500 units away instead of the location it's actually hitting. To fix that, instead of using that coordinate as where the turret should spawn, we should use our invisible information laser's hit location, the impact point, and see if that changes things. Oh my god. Okay, now if we scale the turrets to the right size... Okay, now that's too small. I couldn't even see the turrets. Oops, I misinput here. You weren't using the hit point. Yeah, I wasn't. Okay, so new issue. The turrets are spawning, but they're not spawning on the boat. The boat is not being hit by the lasers for some reason. But why? Literally everything is set up for it to be hit. What if we add that overlap? Unreal. Seriously. What is your problem? Everything is literally set up for this to hit. Actually. I doubt that's gonna fix it, but... Yeah, I didn't think so. What is going on with this? It really shouldn't be this hard. Okay, think. Why would this issue be occurring? Okay, so to retrace our steps, you click the left mouse button, and it gets the position of your mouse on the screen and deprojects it into the world. It casts a laser from your initial mouse position to the mouse position it would be in the world 2,500 units from where it's pointing. Cool. The laser hits something. That something becomes the impact point, which is the coordinate for where the turrets will spawn. We know this is working. So why the hell is this laser not hitting our boat? All right, we're gonna check visibility by camera and see if that changes anything. Nope, still spawning underneath the boat. And the mesh is set up to accept queries from visibility camera and visibility trace response. What is your damage, Unreal? Why are you hurting me so much? We could be friends. could try something silly. We could try adding a hitbox to the boat and just try and line it up with the boat's surface. Let's try that. Because if the mesh collision, oh my god, did Unreal automatically apply mesh collision to the models? There's a physics asset. Show me. Oh, what the hell is this? What is this?
What's this? What's this? There's bullshit in the air.
There's so much bullshit. There's so much. Oh my god. Oh, Awen, sorry, I just saw your question. Your mesh didn't have a collider. Unreal usually automatically assigns a collider to your meshes when you import them to the engine. So by default, your meshes will have collision. That's why I didn't use a collision box in the player character. It's also why the player character is able to walk on the surface without falling through the world. But this bullshit. Well, that didn't shrink it much at all. What is... Alright, you know what? No, we're not going to fight with Unreal on this. I'm just going to put a box collision on the boat and dynamically adjust the box's shape based on the size of the boat. We're just going to have to do that now. I'm so tired of this. Okay. So let's adjust the size of the box based on our current boat. Then we'll change the size of the boat. Not the size of the boat. We'll change the boat and change the size of the box dynamically based on that. So we need to, when we do pick boat, we need to add a way to control the size of that collision. Which should be pretty easy to do because all we really need to do is grab the box like so. And set scale. Set world scale 3D. You know what? I hate Unity's BS slightly less after seeing this. I mean, to be fair to Epic Games for just a second here, I'm using Unreal Engine 5.6 for one of my projects outside of streaming. And genuinely, it has so many fixes to this kind of nonsense that I want to switch to it so badly. But as I said in my earlier streams, my desktop can't run Unreal Engine 5.6 for whatever reason. So I can only run it on my laptop until I upgrade my main PC. Also, I don't know if these problems are limited to Blueprints or if C++ users also have this issue. So I'm sure the C++ wizards will have something to say about all of this. Okay. Does this technically allow players to put turrets off the edge of the boat? Maybe. Is this going to allow me to finish the game jam on time? I don't know, but we're certainly going to try. Okay, let's lower that box because we want it to hit the surface of the box just to determine if that's going to be what it is. And the other thing we need to do, because we want this box to be useful for our raycasts, but we don't want it to block anything physics related. Good thing, it's already set like that by default. Now, in theory, when we test this, why? Oh my god. What about this? I just want to know who hurt you, man. What about hit component? Can you tell me what your hit component is? You're not even detecting the box collision. Why aren't you detecting the box collision? If I disable gravity and simulate physics, will you work? No, you won't. Invalid simulate options. Body boat is set to simulate physics, and it can't simulate physics. Okay, well, I mean, what if we just raise this up? I doubt that's gonna fix anything, but yeah, okay. Let's make this not hidden in game, so we can at least see the box. Why can't I see the box? Oh, it's movable. Can we make it? Interesting. Ah! Are we even using the right character? We are, okay. Line thickness is 0. Maybe that's why I can't see it in game. Nope, Unreal is just... What is your damage? Seriously. Is the boat rigged? Yeah, it's got a bone in it. Apply impulse on damage, replicate physics to autonomous, generate hit events, generate overlap events. Yes. Okay, what if we just custom collision block that, please? Okay. Do you have collisions per polygon checked? I don't know if that's something Unreal manages, if I'm being honest, but we can certainly check. Wow, that's bright. My eyes. Use simple collision. Simple and complex? Nope. There is a way to regenerate collisions for this. I could not tell you what that was. Then again, Unreal likes to make collisions based on the bones, and I only have one bone, so I'm sure it's just kind of doing whatever with it. I don't think I can do anything with that. Okay, let's do a test. If I grab, you know, this blueprint here, is that in line of sight of what we're working on? Yes, it is. It's also spawning a widget. Just temporarily. Please don't do that. It's also not detecting... Oh, it is detecting the player boat. What is your damage? Honestly, I literally duplicated the player boat to make the customization boat actor. All right, query only. Actually, are you hitting the player mesh component? Character mesh. Yeah, you're hitting the character mesh. Object type pawn. Object type pawn. Block, 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 block. They're literally almost identical. I don't know what your damage is. I'm trying to look online, so apologies if it isn't correct. Oh, that's fine, dude. Any attempt is a good attempt. What if I try to duplicate the player character one more time? Is it possible the raycast is just ignoring itself? It's still going under the boat. Yeah. I wonder if break, no, make. Oh my, perception check fail, guys. There's an ignore self button that's checked on the line trace. This better not be the solution. I'm going to freaking lose my mind. Every single time we've had an issue this stream, it's always been a one button fix. I'm wasting everyone's time. And that's on me. Let's at least check if the turrets spawn on the boat. Oh, I know what's going on. This capsule component is accepting collisions. I'm pretty sure, at least. Whoa! Okay. We do want that to have collisions. How about physics only? Okay. Okay, so if we put this camera back to top-down view, we can get rid of this box. That actually also might be why it was doing what it was. Let's set that camera back to its original angle here. Was it here? 180? 0, 0, and 0. Oh, you can't be serious right now. Okay. Maybe we do need that cube collision. Because suddenly it doesn't want to work anymore. And now it's only tracking the capsule. Is that what it hit? It said character mesh boat. Oh, you know why? Because the character mesh collision is a capsule. And it's not. So what we need to do is in the capsule component, it does say ignore visibility and camera, so I'm not entirely sure why it's allowing itself to be hit. Make sure this doesn't... Okay. Generate overlap events? Maybe that's the issue. Right, I gotta turn the physics back on. Hold on. Yeah, it's hitting the capsule. We don't want that. I want to rotate the capsule so bad, but I know that's not gonna end well because this is... Yeah. Here's what we'll do. Oh, you can't rotate the capsule. Oh, wait, we can change the collision though. Hold on. Capsule radius 30. Not what I was targeting, but it's certainly something. Capsule half height 50. 25. And then you just drag this up like this. so now we can disable collisions on the physical boat. Perfect. Get our box collision. Why is it up there? Why is it up there? Okay, that's weird. Let's make it 200 by 200. Okay, we're gonna need more than that. Drag this across and drag it across like this. Let's try that first. Okay. Because it's a child of camera boom, its 0 is the camera's position. Oh, you're right. So if we make it mesh, it's fine. Query only, no physics collision. Block visibility. Okay, good news. It is detecting our box. Now I just want to have one more box so we can cover the top of the boat. Maybe 2 more, just to capture that angled window.
I'll be back in a bit.
Okay. Perspective. Oh my goodness. I'm dragging my mouse so much. Okay. Okay. Back this across. Like this kind of center. Oh, it's gonna be... drop that down to 1 so it can be more precise. Okay, now the only other issue is that our mouse is still not lined up correctly, but at least we're getting somewhere with this. So why would the mouse position be off when the world direction is so straightforward? Is there a normalized vector we can maybe use? Normalized 2D vector. I don't think I want to use that since I don't know what that is, actually. It might have something to do... Let me see if there's some consistency. So that's way far south. That's still way far south. That's about the same way far south. That's about the same way far south. Okay, so it's consist. Wait, no, now it's directly south. Okay, so the more to the right we go, the more. Let's do this real quick. Event tick. So on every frame, do the same thing for me. Copy this. Can you get raycast from the camera position to the mouse world position? Ooh, that's not a bad idea, actually. Hold on. Get world location. That might actually be the solution. Not quite. Not quite. Maybe... Oh, you know what? What if... we add these two together. Okay, maybe that was a mistake. What if we add these two together? Okay. Evidently that's not it either. The end being the cursor position, not the direction. Oh. So something like... maybe like this. Oh, we're getting closer, I think. It's further to the right. But... and then now as we move to the left, it gets closer to being directly under. Okay, so we got something here. That gets us nothing. Okay. That changed nothing. What if the X you're adding is throwing it off? This controls how far the mouse position casts to the world. If we get rid of this, like if we set it to 1, for example, it won't hit anything because the laser is not long enough to hit something. That's why it's here. Let's try something silly. Right now the camera is in perspective mode. What if we just set it to orthographic mode? Oh god. Set this to 1 just to see what that looks like. Still black. 1000. Okay, orthographic I don't know enough about to make it work, so we're gonna have to abandon that for a second. Here's a crazy idea. So what if we get the mouse position as the start, but then we use the camera position as the end point? So we need to get forward vector. This might be overcomplicating it if I'm being honest, but multiply by float 2500 Like, it looks like it is working, but it's always a bit to the side. Yeah. Oops. Okay, that didn't work. And of course, if I do this, it's just going to be a straight line down. What if we swap these? Actually, hold on. I think we already did this, actually. I might be going insane. Yeah. I'm not sure. It's already getting late too. Let's get rid of this so I don't confuse myself. Nope, not it. Absolute desktop location of the mouse. What if we switch this out? Oops. I don't think this should change anything, but if it does, that'd be wild. Why is that more accurate? Why is that more accurate? What? And it's not drifting left or right based on... We'll take it. We'll take it. It's a victory. We'll take it. So does that mean if we plug in the original mouse position, this will just work now? No, it's about the same. But at least... I guess at least it's kind of working now. It's working better. I'm not sure why, but... Okay. To be clear, I kind of know, but I kind of don't. This gets the mouse position based on your widget's viewport, right? So that's relative to the size of this. Whereas this node here, get mouse position on platform, is based on the resolution of your monitor. It goes based on that, which is why it's slightly more accurate. Well, slightly is the operative word. It's very accurate. I just don't get it. But that's whatever, I guess. At least it works. So now we need to just check if the turrets will spawn on the boat correctly. Which they do. They spawn in the windows a little bit because I didn't put angled collision there, but honestly I think I'm kind of okay with that for this little boat. And honestly, I'm just glad this is working at all. Okay. Let's just do some small last minute stuff and then we'll close out the stream. But before we do any of that, close this. This still makes no sense, but yay. I mean, at least we kind of learned something. We did learn about mouse position on platform versus viewport, which could be helpful later in another game project, but for now, Jesus. So let's just set these up real quick. Oh, right. Just slide that in like this. That should be all we need to do. And then we also need to set up these. Joke's on you, I learned nothing. Fair enough, Awen, fair enough. Okay, so this can go like that. This can go like that. And this can go like that. And then all we really need to do to make sure that this saves properly before we deploy into any kind of battle is we need to find our save game system, which I might not have in here now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, we just need to make a quick save system. Custom event. Save loadout. We'll call it that. So does your save game exist? And it should be in slot 1. And if it does, load game from slot. Then we're going to go to cast to boat save. We're going to set the single barrel cannon transforms array to be equal to this. Do the same thing for the triple and torpedoes. And that should be everything we need to do just to get the basics of this system set up. We still need to do a couple of things. Obviously to polish it up and balance out the game. Haha, as if this is going to be balanced at all. But successes. Boat customization menu widget. Spawn turret on cursor location for specifically the TP boat. We're gonna need to do the rest for the right. We need to do the same thing for the battleship and cruisers. Did we do literally anything else? I don't think we did anything else. I guess we made a boat customization actor. Yeah, that's about it. We simultaneously did more and less than what I was expecting to do. So we'll take our victories where we get them, right? So let's plan out day 8. Oh my god, it's day 8 tomorrow. February the 27th. Okay. So we still need to do basically all of this. I'd like to do this stuff still. We will see. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. So thanks to everyone who came in and took the time to view. Awen, thanks for your input and your humor. It's always appreciated around these parts. And yeah, we'll pick this up again tomorrow, same time.